All videos on the Cambridge route are created by the channel editor with dedication and personal effort solely for the purpose of helping learners like you. This channel is not affiliated with Cambridge Assessment International Education. Content is for educational and revision use only. Welcome to the Cambridge route. Today we are diving into the paper you see on your screen. We will go through the text together, solve it step by step, and learn exactly how to find the right answers, live and exclusive. Stay focused, follow along, and let's master this section together. Let's begin. As you can see on your screens, that exercise 1 is here in front of us. The first reading comprehension passage of the paper, exercise 1. I am zooming in the screen, and on your screens you can also see on one side, on the left hand side you can see the text, and on the right hand side you can see the questions. Read the article about reintroducing animals called beavers into Scotland and then answer the following questions. Bringing beavers back to Scotland. Beavers are one of the largest members of a group of animals called rodents. If I show you something from here, called rodents, which also includes mice and rats. Beavers live in and around rivers. They build structures called dams in rivers with sticks and mud, which provide them with shelter, but also create pools that attract fish, frogs, birds, and other wildlife. Beavers live in many parts of the world, but I am proud to have played a part in bringing these beautiful creatures back to my country, Scotland. Easy to read, talking about beavers. Beavers belong to which group of animals, and that include mice and rats. Beavers live in and around rivers, talking about the first paragraph. If I mention here, the first paragraph is talking about, this first paragraph is talking about beavers. Now, after reading first paragraph, students, you are requested to move question section, because in Cambridge examination, in Cambridge English as a second language IGCSE examination, you are required to not read the passage that much seriously or sincerely. Why? Because we need to finish the whole paper in a particular span of time, and that is 2 hours. And if you divide the time and give every exercise 1, exercise 2, and so on, so individually you can give almost 10 to 12 or maximum 15 minutes to one exercise. You need to go through it really fast, and we should be just taking care of the keywords so that we find our answers and move on. In the first question, it is telling in which century did beavers die out in Scotland? Let's see where it's talking about in which century. Where? Now the key word here is, if I underline it for you people, the key word is beavers die out in Scotland. Century is the keyword, as well as beavers die out is our keyword. Moving back to the passage, we are talking about, unfortunately, beavers died out in many European countries. See the first paragraph, that was just talking about the beavers and its introduction, but we could not find any question regarding it. Unfortunately, beavers died out in many European countries during the 19th century. If you can see on your screen, unfortunately, beavers died out in many European countries during the 19th century. See, 19th century. But dear students, here is one thing. The thing is that do not do not find the answer at once. Sometimes in Cambridge second language, what happens? Cambridge gives you an idea or a statement, and later it negates itself. The question is saying, in which century did beavers die out in Scotland? Our answer should be about Scotland. But here, if you look at this line, unfortunately, beavers died out in many European countries. So that's not our answer. That's what I'm saying, that do not fall to the answer at first glance. Check all the keywords. In the second line, it's saying, in Scotland, they had disappeared long before that, means long before 19th century. Maybe 18th century or 17th or 16th. Let's see. With no recorded sightings there after the 16th century. Here we go with our first answer. So the first answer is 16th century. So here we are writing 16th century. You can write 16th like this, or you can write 16 like this also. Cambridge accepts all the answers. Cambridge, Cambridge does not mind, or Cambridge does not bother if you are writing 16th like this or this. I hope the first question is clear now, right? Moving on to the second question. What clothing made from beaver fur was especially popular? Got it? Here we have got some keywords again. Clothing, beaver fur was especially popular. So we will check these keywords in our second paragraph. There's evidence to suggest that a few beavers survived until the 18th century in parts of England. So we have already talked about it. No need to discuss it further. So we move on, and this we see, like, the main reason for the beavers' decline was hunting, largely for fur. Here we are getting some of our keywords, as you can see on the screen. Question 2, beaver fur was especially popular. So beavers decline. Why the population decreased? Largely for fur. Coats made from their fur were incredibly warm, but far too expensive for all but the wealthiest people. Got it? It means like the coats from their fur were really warm, incredibly, unbelievably warm. They were really expensive, but the wealthiest people, it means like only the wealthiest people could afford that fur or those coats. Hats made from it, however, were more affordable and became very fashionable, which increased the trade in beaver fur. What clothing? Now the option is here, either coats or hats. The question was, what clothing made from beaver fur was especially popular? See, here it talked about the coats, but later it talked about that hats made from it, however, were more affordable and became very fashionable. Means like everyone liked it, and everyone wanted to wear a hat made of beaver fur. This is our answer, not that one, the coats. Here we will write in the answer section, we will write that that what was the clothing? The clothing was hats. Got it? If I'm writing here, yes, hats the answer. I hope you got the answer. Third question, how long did it take to prepare the first application to reintroduce beavers to Scotland? If you can see on your screen, how long? Whenever the question is like how long, so always remember that the question is talking about some time, maybe months or days or years or even hours or minutes. According to the context or text, we talk about how long. How long did it take to prepare the first application? The keywords are how long, then the keyword is first application, reintroduce to Scotland. Let's see in the text section. The 20th century saw growing interest in returning beavers to areas where they had once lived. 20th century. Got it? Yeah, they were reintroduced into 25 European countries after permission was granted by the relevant authorities. In Scotland, an organization called Scottish Natural Heritage wanted to reintroduce beavers there, and during the 10 years between 1995 and 2005, gathered the large amount of evidence required for a proposal to submit to the Scottish Parliament for bringing beavers back. So see, here we can see Scottish Parliament. Here also we saw, Scotland. Yes or no? That's why these two lines are relevant to our response. In Scotland, see from here, in Scotland, an organization called this wanted to reintroduce beavers there, and during the 10 years between this and all, right? And then they gathered a large amounts of evidence required for the Scottish Parliament to bring beavers back. The answer is 10 years. Here we will write 10 years. If you can see, I'm writing here 10 years. Yes, 10 years is our answer. Yes. Next question. What reason was given for rejecting the first application to reintroduce beavers? Now this question is a little tricky. Always remember that Cambridge has a nice patron. Nice patron. It means from top to bottom. Sometimes the questions difficulty level increase. So if you are reading, if you're a good reader and you are understanding the reading in a nicer way, you can easily find the answers. But here the question, if you see the question, what reason was given? Now the keywords are what reason. We need to find the reason for rejection. Rejection is also a keyword. First application is a keyword to reintroduce beavers. So all of these are keywords. We will check in the text section and we will see what reasons have been given here for the first rejection. So let's see. This proposal was unsuccessful and it took a further 3 years before the reintroduction was approved. Here, but we could not find the first application keyword. Yes, in question number 4. Here, this is question number 4. Actually, that is once I have brought it back down, all the markers came also down. But this is our question. What reason was given for rejection of first application? This is first application. If you can see, if I mention an arrow here, the first application was turned down. Yes or no? The first application was turned down because it was felt that beavers might damage ancient forests. Others concern expressed by some people that the beavers' habit of blocking rivers, this is also reason, would create floods, were not seen as a serious issue. So this expression, this concern was not considered as a serious issue, but this concern that beavers might damage ancient forests. And okay, the first application was turned down, was rejected. Turned down here means rejection. The first application was turned down. So if I write here for you that turned down means rejection. Yes, I will take all this and I will paste it here for you people so that you can see it clearly. Turned down means rejected. Here is the answer. The first application was turned down because it was felt that beavers might damage ancient forests. The answer here we can write is might damage ancient forests. In Cambridge second language, you are not required to write the full answers. You are only required to write the key answers, the key words from the answers. The Cambridge accepts it, and that's the beauty of the Cambridge. So if you want to write full answer, that's still acceptable because Cambridge has a lot of options to accept the answers, but the main words, the key words should be there in the answer. Moving to the 5th question, here it is, and it's talking about which group of people are most strongly against the reintroduction of beavers. So now the keywords are very easy to find. Which group of peoples were most strongly against? So see, sometimes in Cambridge what happens, Cambridge text does not provide you the same keywords. Cambridge text provides you the synonyms. Yes, the Cambridge text provides you the synonyms. This is the text, this is the text. The text provides you the synonyms to these keywords. It depends upon you, how do you find or read through those synonyms and find your answers easily. I hope you are learning. Thank you for watching, and we are moving. The question is which group of people, right? Let's see. Okay, yes. However, SNH did not give up, and with the help of another organization called the Scottish Wild Trust, submitted a second application in 2008. Right? This time, this time it was quickly approved, and the first beavers were released into the wild in 2009. Got it? But that's not our keyword. Our keyword is which group of people was most likely against. Let's see. Over the next few years, the beavers spread and the total population increased to more than 400. Local fishermen's worries that the animal's presence might impact far harder to overcome. uh, Sorry, the local fishermen's worries that the animal's presence might impact on their hobby did not last long. But the objections from the if I yes, I think I should increase the size of the screen. Now you can see clearly. Over the next few years, the beaver spread. Local fishermen worries that the animal's presence might impact on their hobby did not last long. But objections, see, objections means rejection from the region's farmers regarding flooding was far harder to overcome. In this section, if you see clearly, our answer lies. See, yes. Which group of people were most strongly against the reintroduction of beavers? Here is it. Far harder to overcome. Who was far harder to overcome? Farmers. See, farmers regarding. Got it? Here we will write our answer, farmers. It's very easy to find the answers in English IGCSE second language question paper. The only need is we need to read through the text carefully, and we should be paying all attention to it. Yes. Next is what important question? Sorry, question number 6. Question number 6 is that what important decisions about Scottish beavers had been made since 2016? Give 2 details. Now here we have keywords, and the keywords are, as you can see, the keywords are important decisions. The keywords are important decision about Scottish beavers since 2016. Give 2 details. Now we need to go through these details and the text, and we need to find out the details. So important decisions, we need to find the important decisions from the text now. So we were reading till here. Yes, this line. An understanding was finally reached that if beavers were having a significant negative impact on agricultural land, they would be removed. Some years later, in 2016, it was agreed that beavers should be allowed to move to new territories. Yes, that's our line. Since 2016 was in the question. Since 2016, what important decisions about Scottish beavers have been made? It was agreed that beavers should be allowed to move new territories. That's our first decision, I think. They should be allowed to move to new territories. SWT. What is SWT? Here he mentioned Scottish Wildlife Trust. Made further proposals regarding conservation of the species in 2018. As we know that we have to find the decisions that started in 2016 and onwards. 2016 the first decision was made, and then in 2018 and the following year 2019, following means the next coming year, beavers were made a protected species by the government. So 2 of the decisions we have seen in this section. First is that beavers should be allowed to move to their territories. Second, a protected species by the government. We'll write our response here. Yes, we'll write our response here. The first one we'll write allowed to move to new territories, and second one we will write yes, you can say beavers were made protected species by the government. Got it? Here we go with the 6th question, and we have done it. Right? The next question is, which sound does the reader listen for to check if beavers are active. It's very easy question. Keywords are visible. Which sound the writer listen for to check if beavers are active. We will go through it, the text, and we will find these keywords there. So here in this paragraph, if I mention here, yes, in this paragraph we will find the answer. Beavers numbers are now increasing worldwide, and once again there are beavers living in the wild in Scotland. For me personally, the reintroduction of beavers was a significant moment in Scotland's history. It's hard to explain the excitement I get every time I visit an area where beavers are present. I watch the water, looking and listening for signs that they are out and about. Got it? Yes. A small silent wave spreading across a pool in the river, or the splash of a tail on the water which warns other beavers of danger. Yes. Look at this line. Here is our answer. I visit an area where beavers are present. I watch the water, looking and listening for signs of they are out and about. And what is that? A small silent wave spreading across a pool in the river, or the splash of a tail on water. That is, if beavers are active. Active means and they are careful and they are looking for if there is someone to harm them. This line, splash of a tail on the water which warns other beavers of danger. This is how they are active. Here active does not mean that they are working, or they are active means are they ready to receive any danger from anyone? Are they ready to inform other viewers, other fellow viewers, that a danger is approaching us? That is the answer. The splash of water, splash of tail on water. This is splash is also a name of sound. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. It's an onomatopoeia. So splash is an onomatopic word basically. So the answer here is splash. I will write splash here. Splash of a tail on the water, or you can simply write splash. That will be correct answer. Next question, the last question of our first exercise. Which phrase does the writer like to use to describe viewers? Oh, sorry for that. Yes. Which phrase does the writer like to use to describe viewers? Phrase. The keyword is phrase. Like the writer like to use beaver to describe beavers. Yes, description. So all of these are keywords, very easy to find in this text on the left hand side of the screen. Last paragraph, if I highlight it, we will find the answer from here. Yes, let's read it together. We have probably heard of the expression eager beaver. So see here again, eager beaver is a kind of phrase. Basically is a phrase which describes someone who is willing to work harder than anyone else. Got it? Yes. Let's see whether there is any other phrase given or no. Otherwise this will be our answer. See, some students, what do? If they find a phrase, they simply write it, but that's not the case. Cambridge gives the answers, but always remember that once you have not read the whole paragraph or 2 or 3 lines forward or backward, don't consider a phrase an answer. So here is talking about you probably heard of the expression. It's not about the writer. Got it or no? It's talking about you have probably heard of the expression. Who is willing to work harder, eager beaver. But it comes from the fact that beavers always appear to be busy. I prefer, look at this, means the writer prefer to call them natural engineers, though it seems to sum up really well their extraordinary ability to change the environments and the landscapes in which they live. See, I prefer, that's what the writer, got it or no? That's it. We have got our answer, and now we will be coming back in the answer section to write the answer. The answer is natural engineers. Yes. So in this way, dear students, dear all, we have finished our first section, exercise 1. Let me go back and show you the screen. So we have finished section 1, exercise 1. If you have any questions, please do ask them in the comment section. If you have any difficult paper that you have not understood, mention the paper code and everything in the comment section, and I will be teaching you all of these in detail. We will also complete this paper in the coming video. We will also learn the writing sections, and we have a lot of things to learn regarding Cambridge exams. This channel has been made for you. If you have liked it, if you have liked the way of teaching or explanation, do like it, share it with your friends and your fellow students, and make it a huge success. Thank you all. See you in the next video.